Why are some in the media reporting that ISIS and factions of other terrorist groups were trained and/or armed by the US government? Why does the president call ISIS a JV team, contained? The recent attack in San Bernardino was, by all accounts, an attack committed by someone with allegiance to ISIS. Why does the president downplay the threat of an organization that has already committed a terrorist attack in this nation? What if the government is attacking its people through proxy and taking away rights through legislation? The media uses the attacks to scare the American people into accepting the legislation and thinking it's for your own good. Just keep attacking until fear takes over and they accept anything we tell them. For years, the media has been trying to mischaracterize firearms as anything more than tools, simultaneously brainwashing the public into thinking the government was here to protect them. Just remember after 9/11 how outraged you were with the practices of the TSA. The terrorists won, you said. Just remember how furious you were to discover the blanket surveillance of the NSA. What do we have left? We must not allow the government to divide any of us on our freedoms. Our freedoms are what make us America. They don't allow humans to disagree peacefully in other places in the world. This is why we must reject laws which coerce Americans into giving up their rights under due process. The only thing that government does is force. With every law, regulation, and tax is the threat that if you don't fall in line, that fine may turn into a bigger fine, which if you don't pay, could end with you locked up, and that's the best case scenario. The collectivist fallacy is the idea that some people think they have rights that others don't have. If the government can do things that Americans can't do, ask yourself, who gave them that right? If I don't have the right to demand you pay a penalty, lock you up, and beat you for some arbitrary benign violation such as the countless laws on the books, then who was it that gave this government official the right? If we, the people, acting as law enforcement, can take away the guns of law-abiding Americans, then who's taking away whose guns? If guns are used to take away our guns, the only ones with guns will be the government, who is willing to use force and fear to take them. Who is really in charge here suddenly? A government takeover would look no different. If we do not learn from history that the forfeiture of the arms of a populace over to the government leads to mass incarceration or worse, we are doomed to suffer. Time and time again, cops or armed civilians step up to stop an active shooter before he takes even more lives. We must respect the gun, and allowing the government to have the only ones does not show respect to the tool. We understand that guns in the hands of cops don't always lead to just outcomes, and that is why there must be a balance in the event of the unthinkable. We would never be so naive as to think what has befallen our ancestors in the Holocaust could never happen to us or our children today. This is the final right that, if sacrificed, cooks our goose. We've given up far too much. America is unique in that it grants protections and rights to the individual. If we lose any more individual rights, there may be no going back.